The Ultor Plague of 2075 was a devastating pandemic that was unleashed upon the mining colony by the evil Ultor scientist, Axel Capek. There were a number of different mutants that Capek created within his labs, which he later released into the Martian caves to test the survival skills of the various creatures. Mutated miners. These creatures were once human, but soon became mutilated as a result of nano-injections from Capek and his scientists. The miner's skin would swell, begin to pulsate, and tear in some places, due to the harsh effects of the nano-injections. It wouldn't take long for the infected miners to completely lose all rational thoughts, and become violent, homicidal killers. They would also lose the ability to speak, and would attack anyone that came close to them. Capek kept a number of these mutants within his private zoo, his secret laboratory, as well as the research wing of the Ultor space station, in orbit above Mars. Reapers. A terrifying creature that Capek created by splicing into samples of the plague, combining with nano-injections, and then mixing the genes of various animals. Reapers were large creatures, with long limbs, sharp claws, and they had bioluminescent, yellow eyes. The presence of young Reapers indicated that they could breed successfully, leading to dozens of these creatures spreading in the caves below the mining complex. It is unknown how many Reapers existed within the Martian caves, or how far the creatures had spread across the colony. However, skeletal remains of a young Reaper in the M4 mines suggested that the creatures were released in a number of areas of the mining complex. Sonar Whales. They were aquatic, nanotech mutated creatures, found deep in the Martian waters. Little is known about the Sonar Whales, other than the fact that several of them had gotten loose from a lab, and infested the icy Martian waters. However, this served as a benefit for Axel Capek, as they served as perfect guards for his underwater research labs. Sonar whales used sonic pulses that blasted out of their mouths, to hunt for food, and to kill prey. The sonic blasts were extremely fast, and highly damaging to anyone or anything that they hit. The giant worms were large, slithering creatures, that were housed inside the private zoo of Axel Capek. They were one of the rarest mutants to come from the nano experiments, and were considered to be extremely dangerous. The worms were known for their sheer size, acidic saliva, and their desire for human flesh. Only 2 giant worms were known to exist. One was housed at the bottom of a feeding chute, and a smaller worm was kept in an observation chamber, close to the inner sanctum of Axel Capek. After the arrival of the EDF, and the fall of Ultor, the remaining mutants were hunted down and destroyed, and the research that created them, fell into the hands of the EDF scientists, to later be used on Earth, for more sinister experiments. Although the remaining creatures were hunted down by the EDF forces, it is likely that some survived, in the ruins of the mining complex.